Across America, a quiet crisis is unfolding. Entire states that once promised opportunity, growth, and prosperity are now watching their populations vanish at record speed. Families are packing up, businesses are shuttering, and communities that thrived for generations are now facing an uncertain future. But why is this happening? In 2025, experts point to a dangerous mix of economic struggles, rising living costs, job losses, and even climate challenges that are forcing people to leave the places they once called home. From the Rust Belt to the Sun Belt, no region is completely safe. Some states are seeing tax bases shrink. Schools and hospitals lose funding, and local economies spiral as workers and young families chase better opportunities elsewhere. Others face extreme weather events, insurance crises, and housing costs that simply no longer make sense for the average American today. We count down the top 10 U.S. states losing population fast in 2025 and reveal the shocking reasons behind this mass exodus. If you live in one of these states, the facts might surprise you. And if you're thinking of moving, this is a list you can't afford to ignore. Number 1. California, once the land of dreams, now faces a mass exodus in 2025. Skyrocketing housing costs, high taxes, and rising crime rates have pushed families to the breaking point. Once booming cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles now see thousands leaving each month, heading for cheaper states like Texas and Arizona. Remote work accelerated the trend as workers realized they no longer needed to stay in expensive metros. Wildfire risks and insurance crises add to the pressure, making California's golden reputation fade fast. Once the symbol of opportunity, California now leads the list of states losing population at record speed. Number 2. New York, home to the iconic skyline and cultural heartbeat of America, is watching its residents vanish in 2025. High taxes, expensive housing, and growing safety concerns in cities like New York City and Buffalo have pushed many families to seek cheaper, safer alternatives. The pandemic permanently changed work habits, with remote jobs allowing workers to relocate to southern states where costs are lower and lifestyles are simpler. Even Wall Street professionals are leaving Manhattan's financial hub for Florida's booming cities. Once a magnet for ambition, New York now faces economic shrinkage as people flee for better opportunities elsewhere. Number 3. Illinois, and especially Chicago, faces a harsh reality in 2025 as thousands abandon the state each year. Rising crime rates, high property taxes, and political gridlock leave residents frustrated. Once a Midwestern powerhouse, Illinois now struggles to keep businesses and families from relocating to nearby Indiana or Wisconsin, where living costs are far cheaper. Chicago's population decline affects local schools, small businesses, and city budgets, forcing hard decisions on public services. The Windy City's charm and history remain, but for many residents, the economic and safety concerns outweigh nostalgia, fueling one of the largest outmigrations in the country. Number 4. Michigan's story mirrors the decline of its auto industry roots. While cities like Detroit have fought hard for revival, 2025 sees young professionals leaving for warmer, more affordable states, harsh winters, shrinking job opportunities, and stagnant wages push families to places like Texas, Florida, and the Carolinas. Smaller towns lose populations rapidly, leaving behind aging communities and struggling economies. As the state's tax base shrinks, public services from schools to healthcare face funding crises. Michigan's industrial past built its reputation, but today, economic stagnation and demographic shifts drive a migration wave reshaping the state's future. Number 5. Pennsylvania, known for its history and steel industry legacy, now watches its population decline in 2025. Cities like Pittsburgh and Philadelphia face job losses in manufacturing and rising costs of living that drive younger workers toward southern states with better growth prospects. Rural Pennsylvania sees even steeper declines as farming communities shrink and small businesses close. Harsh winters and aging infrastructure add to the challenge, leaving behind empty towns and falling property values. Despite cultural and educational strengths, Pennsylvania struggles to compete with states offering lower taxes. Warmer climates and booming economies, fueling a steady population drain. Number 6. Louisiana faces a double crisis in 2025: economic struggles and climate risks. Repeated hurricanes, rising insurance costs, and flooding fears make homeownership expensive and risky. New Orleans, once vibrant with culture and tourism, now sees declining populations as families relocate inland or out of state entirely. Jobs in energy and shipping sectors decline as industries shift toward greener alternatives, shrinking local economies further. The combination of storm damage, high living costs, and limited job growth drives one of the South's fastest migration trends, leaving Louisiana fighting to keep its communities alive amid environmental and economic uncertainty. Number 7. Alaska, America's last frontier, now sees its population thinning fast in 2025. Harsh weather, isolation, and high living costs push residents toward the continental U.S. as economic opportunities decline. Oil industry cutbacks reduce jobs, while rising energy costs make basic living expensive. Young professionals leave for states with stronger job markets and milder climates. Entire towns face shrinking populations, threatening local schools, hospitals, and small businesses. Despite its natural beauty and adventurous spirit, Alaska struggles to keep residents from joining the migration toward warmer, more economically vibrant states in the South and West. Number 8. West Virginia, long reliant on coal and energy industries, faces a steep population decline in 2025 as coal jobs vanish and few industries replace them. Young workers leave for neighboring states like Ohio, Virginia, and North Carolina with better economic prospects. Small towns empty out, property values sink, and rural communities age rapidly. Opioid addiction and healthcare shortages worsen the crisis, leaving behind struggling families and limited opportunities. Despite stunning Appalachian landscapes, West Virginia battles one of the sharpest population declines in the nation as economic change leaves it behind. Number 9. Oregon, once a magnet for outdoor lovers and tech workers, now sees migration slowing and even reversing in 2025. Rising housing prices in Portland, growing homelessness, and concerns over crime push families to cheaper states like Idaho or Montana. Wildfire risks and insurance costs add to the burden, making homeownership expensive and risky. While Oregon still attracts nature enthusiasts, its economic challenges and shrinking job markets fuel a steady population decline that reshapes once growing communities into areas fighting to hold on to residents. Number 10. Mississippi, already one of America's poorest states, faces accelerating population loss in 2025. Limited job opportunities, underfunded schools, and struggling healthcare systems drive families to leave for better prospects in neighboring states. Young professionals especially abandon rural areas, leaving behind aging communities and empty small towns. Economic stagnation, rising costs, and extreme weather risks further shrink Mississippi's population, making it one of the fastest declining states in the Deep South as residents seek opportunities elsewhere. And there you have it. The top 10 U.S. states losing population at record speed in 2025. Each state tells a story of rising costs, job losses, and families seeking a better life elsewhere. But what do you think? Do you live in one of these states? Are people really leaving as fast as the numbers say? Tell us in the comments below. We want to hear your story. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. We have more powerful stories and deep dives coming your way. Stay tuned. The next one might surprise you even more.